everybody. In this video, we're going to be looking at 9 different confusing phrasal verbs. We're going to be checking out various meanings of these phrasal verbs, as well as I'm going to be giving you examples and questions, okay? So let's start with the first one. The first one is fire up. Now, fire up has 3 different meanings. In this case, it could mean to start a machine or a device. It could also mean to inspire or excite someone. And it could mean to become very angry or excited. All right, so let me give you first an example for starting a machine or a device. In this case, you can say, I need to fire up the grill for the barbecue, right? And in this case, it basically means like encender, right? Like to turn on. I need to fire it up. Now, in the case of to inspire or excite someone, this is like a leader, for example, that's firing up its people. And maybe we'll say, come on, guys, we need to fight the system or something like that. For example, the coach's speech really fired up the team before the game, right? So this could be like a pep talk, or maybe sometimes you're trying to motivate your team or the people that you are working with, right? And an example for the meaning of to become angry or excited could be, he really gets fired up when people talk about politics, right? So this means to become like very passionate about something. So the questions for you here for fire up, first it's going to be, what is something that fires you up and makes you excited, right? What is something that really like you're really passionate about, that really motivates you, right? And how do you feel when you fire up your favorite gadget, right? So in this case, you can fire up like a barbecue grill, but you can also say like fire up the computer or fire up the cell phone. It's less common, but it could still happen, right? Okay, number 2, knock it off. Knock it off basically just has one meaning. In this case, it means to stop doing something annoying or irritating, right? You hear this more with like children, or maybe with brothers, like siblings that are fighting, and maybe a sibling's like, hey, 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 and you're like, knock it off, like stop it, right? Example sentence, hey, knock it off. I'm trying to concentrate here, right? So stop like doing whatever annoying or irritating thing you're doing. And the kids were making too much noise, so I told them to knock it off, right? So this is an expression or a phrasal verb that you sometimes use with kids or when people are being like immature, right? Like knock it off, stop it, right? Questions for you. Have you ever had to tell someone to knock it off? And if so, what were they doing? And the second question, why do you think people sometimes need to be told to knock it off? So why would you need to tell knock it off to a person, right? Okay, number 3 and number 4 are kind of related. Number 3, but they're just like the opposites. Number 3 is check out. Now, check out has 3 different meanings. The first one is to leave a hotel after paying a bill. So you check out, right? I'm leaving the hotel, I'm checking out at midday, right? It also means to look at something or someone, right? So in this case, we could say, I need to check it out, right? And it also means to verify or investigate something. So leaving a hotel, as an example, I can say, we need to check out of the hotel by noon, right? In the example of to look at something or someone, we could say, have you checked out the new restaurant downtown? So have you seen it? Have you gone in it? Have you seen what it's about? Have you eaten at it, right? And to verify or investigate something, you can say, I'll check out that book you recommended, right? Check out is something that we sometimes use also, like, hey, there's a problem with production, right? Okay, I'll check it out, right? I'll investigate it, I'll verify it, right? Or hey, there's a leaky faucet in the kitchen, right? Oh, okay, I'll check it out. Or I don't know, the neighbor said to tell you, something. Okay, I'll check it out with them, right? Like I'll verify it, I'll investigate it, right? We need to check that out. So questions first, what do you usually do when you check out of a hotel, right? Do you take like they say the pillowcases, the soap, like the free things that you could take? And the second question, what's the last thing you checked out online, right? So you could say, hey, here is like a link or an article on the recent updates of artificial intelligence. Okay, I want to check it out, right? I want to investigate it. I want to see it. Okay. Number 4 is the opposite. It's check in. So check in, you check out of a hotel. Now check in is when you go to a hotel and you register. This could be at a hotel or an airport. That's the first meaning. The second meaning is also to contact someone to confirm your arrival or status, right? I'm gonna give you some examples. The first one for the hotel, let's check in at the hotel before we go sightseeing, right? So you're traveling on vacation and then you say, I wanna explore the city. Okay, yeah, we'll go sightseeing, right? We'll look at the landmarks in the city, but first we need to check in to the hotel, right? And leave our stuff at the hotel. Otherwise, where are we gonna sleep at tonight, right? Okay, and the check-in one, in the case of contact someone to confirm your arrival or status, an example sentence, I need to check in with my boss before I leave for the day, right? So check-in is like, you need to confirm, right? Like, hey, just checking in, how are you? Like let's say you have kids, you leave your kids with a babysitter, and that night you checked in at a hotel, you're sleeping at the hotel, but you get worried. So you call the babysitter and you say, hey, just checking in, just wanting, or I just want to see like, how are you guys doing? Just checking in, is everything okay? Right? So you're just like confirming the situation. Okay, questions. How often do you check in with your friends or family when traveling? So this is to a hotel or an airport, right? And the second question, have you ever had a problem when trying to check in at a hotel or an airport, right? Oh, these are opposites, sorry. I did that to see if you were paying attention. So have you ever had a problem when trying to check in at a hotel or an airport? Basically means when you're traveling, right? And how often do you check in with your friends or family when traveling? So how often do you call them to see how everything is going, right? How they are doing, right? This tends to happen also when you travel because, well, when you travel, you get like more worried for some reason, right? Okay, number 5 is jump in. Jump in, like jumping on a trampoline, in this case has first the meaning of to enter a conversation or a situation quickly, right? But it also has the meaning of to start doing something enthusiastically, kind of like in the military vocabulary video that I did. Hit the ground running was the expression. In this case, the example is feel free to jump in if you have any questions during the meeting, right? Or sometimes when you interrupt someone, you can say, sorry to jump in, but I think this or that, right? So jump in is like the conversation is going or the monologue and you can just jump in and ask a question, right? As a teacher, I can say, I'm gonna be explaining, but jump in whenever you have questions, right? Like in the example. And also, she decided to jump in and help with the project, right? In this case, it's kind of like, this is a third example. Feel free to jump in and help, right? So jump in can be vocal, it could be verbal, like, hey, sorry to jump in, but I have a question, sorry for interrupting. Or if a bunch of people are doing something and you jump in and help, right? Let's say they're preparing food for community service or something like that, and you say, okay, I'm gonna jump in and help, right? I'm gonna start doing my part and helping you guys, right? Okay, so questions. First, have you ever jumped in to help someone unexpectedly, right? So this again goes with that helping, physically doing something. And second question, when is it appropriate to jump in during a conversation, right? Maybe during a second of silence, or maybe during a pause, or maybe when you see that the conversation is kind of dying out, then you can jump in like, hey, I have a question. Okay, Number six, number seven. Yeah, number six and number seven actually has three. Number six has one. Number seven has two. I'm going to explain this because there are some differences here. Number six is hold up. Hold up means to delay or stop something. So it's kind of like the first one that I mentioned, or the second one, knock it off. But knock it off is like stop completely. Hold up is delay, right? Like if you're on the telephone and someone says, hey, I need to talk to you, you say, hold on, hold up, like I'm on the phone, right? So it means to remain strong or successful as well, right? Or to bring up, right? Like if you say, but not bring up in the sense of bring up a topic, like I'm bringing up the situation with the kitchen, right? I'm bringing it up. I'm mentioning it, right? No, in this case, bring up means to hold up, like hold up the book, I can't see it, right? Like, or hold up the cell phone so I can see it, right? Or if it's an artist at a concert, he says, turn on your lights and hold up your phones, right? So like we can record all the lights in the concert. So example, traffic was held up by an accident on the highway. So this means that traffic was stopped and it was delaying, right? So traffic was held up. Another example, the bridge is old, but it holds up well against strong winds, right? So hold up is like, it's still strong enough to continue to do its job or continue to exist, right? So 2 questions. When was the last time that held you up from being on time? Or what was the last thing that held you up from being on time, right? And can you think of something that has held up well over time, right? Like a bridge or a building. You know, this means that it's basically like almost finished, like maybe it's deteriorating, but it still holds up. It's still able to maintain itself, right? Okay, now I'm gonna tell you the difference in a moment, but the next one, number 7, is hold on or hang on, right? Hold on and hang on has a couple different meanings. For example, the first one, it means to wait for a short time, right? So hold on, hang on, right? Or to keep going despite difficulties or despite obstacles or challenges, right? It also means to physically grasp something tightly, right? So here is like the difference. I can say, hang on to the guardrail as you walk, right? So let's say you're walking, but it's like very dangerous on the edge of somewhere, and I tell you, hang on, right? Like hang on as you walk, like through the guardrail, or as you walk, hang on to the guardrail, right? And hold on to your hat because the wind is blowing very hard, right? This is different because hold on is like down, and hang on is like you can be walking, but you're hanging on to something as you walk, as you're moving. Hold on, you're not moving, you're just keeping your hat down so the wind doesn't blow it, right? So example sentence, please hold on while I transfer your call, right? Or you need to hold on during tough times, right? Also, make sure you hang on to the railing when climbing the stairs, right? So again, that's the difference. Hang on. So yeah, hold on is like, you know, just stopping your hat, and hang on is like you can hold it, but you're also moving along, right? And hold up has other differences, which I just explained, where it's like hold up the sign, or, you know, traffic was held up. You can also tell someone like hold up for just a moment, but it's more common to say hold on or hang on when you're telling someone to wait for you, for example. Like hold up in this case, I would say maybe you can use it when you tell someone like, hold up, what did you just say? Like, you know, can you repeat yourself? Like, hold up, I'm confused. Like, you know, it's not hang on, wait for me. It's like, hold up, like you stop and explain that to me, right? Okay, so in this case, for hold on and hang on, the question is, when was the last time you had to hold on and be patient? And for hang on, how do you hang on to your goals when things get tough? All right, so let me know in the comments. Okay, number 8, we're almost done, is count on. Count like 1, 2, 3, count, but count on. The meaning here is basically to rely or depend on someone or something, right? So I can count on you. You're my best friend. I can count on you, right? Example sentence, you can count on me to help you with the move, right? Or I always count on my morning coffee to wake me up, right? A lot of us know that feeling. So, questions here for you is, who is someone you can always count on? Let me know in the comments. And what is something you count on every day, right? So you could say, every day I count on my car to get me to work, right? And it is kind of necessary to say for what, like to take me to work, right? I count on my dog to make me happy, or I count, like the example, on my morning coffee to wake me up, right? So what do you count on every day, and for what? To help you do what, right? Okay, and the last one, number 9, kind of interesting, get it. So get it has 2 meanings here. The first one is to understand something. So, oh, okay, I get it, right? So hopefully these 9 phrasal verbs by now, by the end of the video, hopefully you get it, right? You understand it. And it also means to obtain or receive something. So let me give you the examples. The first one, did you get it when she explained the math problem, right? And the second one, I need to get a new phone since my old one broke. So in this case, get is very versatile because you can get up, get down, you can get it, you can get a new phone, right? Get is very, very flexible in that sense. So in this case, it does mean like to receive something in general. Like, okay, even I understand it means that you receive the message. Oh, okay, I got it, right? But that's more mental. Okay, and questions. First one, when was the last time you didn't get it right away and had to ask for help? And second one, what's something you've been wanting to get for a long time? All right. So that's all I got for this video. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it, any suggestions. And I hope you have a great day. So I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.